Hi, I am Bob the Psychic. Welcome to Online Insights with Bob the Psychic. I am a channel, a medium, an angel, and a tarot card reader here in Scottsdale, Arizona. You can find out all about me on my website. It's bobthepsychic.com. I do readings over the phone or Zoom, or if you're in the Phoenix metro area, you want to come to my office. I'm in the Desert Ridge area. If you live around here, you'll probably know where that is. I want to welcome you to tonight's show. It's the first week of March. We're in Mercury retrograde, so things are uncomfortable. Tonight is the blood moon, I think it's what it's called. So at about 4 o'clock in the morning, I think it's it's Arizona time. So about 6 a.m. Eastern, if you go outside, you'll be able to see the moon. It'll be red because the earth will be between the sun and the moon and it turns red. So that's going to be way cool if you're into that. So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to start by drawing some cards, like a message for the collective. We have a few people who are waiting to have readings with me. Then I will talk to them, each one for about 10 minutes. You can ask whatever you want. If you want to participate tonight, there are still spots available. So however you connect with that, and gosh, I wish I knew off the top of my head, but I don't, but you can find the link and you can go ahead and sign up, and I'm happy to talk to you. And if you want to do a private meeting with me after this or at any time, my website is bobthepsychic.com. But let's go ahead and get started. Let's just draw some cards for tonight to see what they say. So the way I draw cards, you can see me doing it, is I pick the ones that don't fit, and then I put them in the order. I kind of like tap to see what's going on. So, all right, hold on. Let me do a couple more. All right, and then you'll get an idea what a card reading is like with me. Normally, I draw more cards than that, but since this is just a special thing where I'm just going to do a few. All right, here we go. So the message for the collective tonight, this card down here, this is like the foundation. We're all ending one chapter, starting something new, the world card. This is about wrapping things up in the past and ready to start something new and different around yourself. Like you're ready to release all of the things that have been holding you back or keeping you from where you really want to be in life. Up here, this card up here, I usually call it someone's head, like what their thought process is or what's in their divine male or masculine, their divine highest self. In this case, it's the Three of Pentacles. This is about planning and planning what it is you want to have next. This guy is an architect. I lied. They're the architects. He's the home builder. They can't get the house without him. He can't get it without them. So far, the deck is telling us that we are ending one chapter, starting something new, that we're really ready to go start our plan, whatever that means to you. And then the three cards going across are a little bit more about how that plan's going to work out or how that chapter is going to lay out. So the first one is the Four of Swords. Swords are about our decision-making process, and the number 4 is about the foundation, like the foundation of our thoughts. This is prayer, meditation, being connected. He's kind of in a prayerful spot right here, but it's really being in your thoughts and listening to your intuition and allowing yourself to be guided to what you really want to have next. Because the next card over, Nine of Pentacles, Pentacles are about abundance. This is all about the abundance that you're ready to share with others. So you've been manifesting or thinking about new things. You're ready to share your abundance with others. And when you do it, you get the Ace of Swords. This is breakthroughs. Swords are about our thought process. This is having a breakthrough, crowning yourself with new achievements, new goals in some ways. So as that old chapter ended, the World card, and as you follow your plan up there, you kind of meditate, realize you have so much to give, and that's what's going to create the breakthrough that you're looking for in your life. So if you have questions about that, or you want to go to my website and have your own private reading about that, I am more than happy to do that. But for tonight, I'm going to talk to the people who are here joining. Whoops, wrong button. I know how to work this thing. Oh, hold on. I do know how to work it. Really, I do. Webcam. Why won't it let me start it? You cannot start your video. Oh, hey, the host person, the producer person, you need to turn my video back on. It will not let me start it. I don't know why. That's okay. We can still do this without that working. So Jan, you are the first one. Go ahead and turn on your camera and unmute, and I'm happy to chat with you. Oh, here we go. I can start my video now. There we go. It's working. All right, Jan, how can I help you?
Okay, I think I'm.
Yes, I can see you. Where are you zooming in
good.
from? Where are you
I'm
located?
San Francisco.
Great. Well, welcome. It's probably cool there. Today it was like 90 here in Phoenix because we missed
Oh, it was
winter and
cool.
spring. I guess summer started 2 days ago.
You
All right.
usually miss winter and spring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just happened to sign into this. I've been ill a lot lately, and I have a leukemia thing. It gets me tired because I have anemia with it. Anyway, it's not an acute illness, but it keeps me kind of down. I was ill last year and when I traveled, and I want to go. I've been invited to Turkey to go to Constantinople with some friends. And I am so torn about it because I don't know if I'm going to slow them down because I'm kind of puny lately. And is it safe to go now with all the foolishness going on in the world?
So I'm hearing the trip is in March. Is it coming up soon? Is it in
Yes,
March?
very. Yeah,
O-
like
Okay,
a couple of
so
weeks.
so I was right about that. It's in March. Should she go? I am hearing that you should go.
Really?
That, yeah, that this is a once in a lifetime thing for you. I feel like you have enough medication or whatever it is you need to bring for the period. Is it a, oh, my guys are saying it's 4 weeks long. How long is the trip? Is it really 4 weeks?
It's probably going to be 2, possibly 3 weeks. We were going to go in from Turkey into Georgia.
Yeah, I
And
feel like
then
it's
I
gonna be
thought that would
what
be
I
enough.
heard on my head on that one. I heard that it's gonna be 2 weeks. So for 2 weeks of meds, I feel like you'll be fine and that you should go do it. Because I feel like too that getting your body like ready to go, you're gonna do whatever you need to do to get it like all amped up to be all excited to go. I do feel like while you're on the plane that you probably gonna wear a mask or something just to be safe and not catch cooties from the person next to you. Um, but other than that, I do feel like you should go.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's very
Well, what is your,
interesting.
so usually, okay, so in cases like this, when I get questions like this, it's kind of like when people ask me, oh, should I leave my husband? And I always say to that, all right, if you're asking me, you already know the answer. You don't need me to tell you. But I feel like I want to say that to you in this case. Do you feel like you shouldn't go? Because I got go knock yourself out, that it's going to be a great time.
Well, these are fabulous people to travel with. And when am I going to go to these places again? And it's such an opportunity. I've been, I've lost muscle tone and stuff since being sick last year. And I haven't really worked to get myself back up. It's like 2 weeks from now. But they're very solicitous. And it's going to, and people, when you travel, people are so gorgeous. I just
Yeah,
didn't
I
want
mean,
to
I feel
fly
like if
into a
you take a
war
bunch of
zone.
vitamins, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so,
Yeah.
but I gotta like, if you charge up on vitamin C or whatever it is, that would be the thing to do, and I feel like you should go. I really do. Just for
Well,
giggles,
that's
did you, when you
interesting.
bought the ticket, do you have trip insurance in case God forbid
I
something?
haven't bought the ticket yet because I was thinking I wasn't going to go, but definitely I'm getting trip insurance.
Yeah, get trip just in case, God forbid something happens, or if you get sick and you can't. But right now, I feel like it's okay. The only other thing I can think of, just being like in the human part, did you ask your doctor whether it's safe for you to travel?
It's okay. It's okay. My immune system's a little depressed, but it's so invigorating to travel. It's
That's why I
I
feel
don't.
like you're going to be all amped up and charged to be there. And the only thing I see, like from my in my third eye, is like you wearing a mask on the plane or in big group settings. Just because if somebody's got cooties, you don't want to catch it because you might be, not that you're immunocompromised, but that's
Sort of
someone has a
immunocompromised.
cold, it's going to be worse for you than other things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All
Other
right.
questions? I'll draw some cards for you too. Let me just ask this
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that because cards is my. Is this the right deck for you? Hold on. So this one.
Because I have this leukemia thing kind of. It's called indolent. It's not really going anywhere, but it's not. It's just taking the edge off a lot of things.
Right.
Just
Yeah,
it's
I
it's
feel like it's just like, well, I got it's like hanging out in your body. What? That doesn't mean
Yeah.
anything because that's
Yeah, it
whatever.
hangs out. It hangs out, but it hasn't. I haven't had to have treatment yet.
Oh, well, maybe that's a good thing. I mean, but I do. When are we going to start having? I got you're going to start having the treatments next year. I feel like it might not be till next summer. So that'd be summer
I
of
hope.
27. So that's about 18 months from now. That's what it feels like to me. So this is interesting. So let me just show you the cards because you cannot make this stuff up. And you saw me draw them. So all of this is how you're emerging. This deck is called Healing with the Angels. This is you emerging and like stepping out in a way. Look how interesting this is. In your foundation, in your feet, you have the new beginning card, which is similar to the world card. It's like the next card in that cycle. And in your mind or in your head, here's your guardian angel watching over you and making
Wow.
sure that you're safe. And look at this. Your intention is to be in nature, right? Because I'm guessing that's what you're going to see while you're there. Look at how those lined up, intention and nature. And what are you going to do while you're there? It's meditate and like connect with the world and just seeing all those things. And when you were talking about how, when you're traveling and you kind of lit up all about it, like you got all excited, which would make sense about this meditation thing. And look, so there is divine guidance. I feel like it's telling you to go. You know, that retreat would be like taking care of yourself. But this could also be the divine guidance is when you go inside yourself and listen, and whatever you dream, if you dream you're going, go. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say. But on the other hand, if you dream like, oh, it's going to be a nightmare, don't go, then don't go. But my gut is saying no, go. Because if you don't, yes, you look at this. I don't know. Yeah, here's what I feel like this is saying. If you don't, there's a question about forgiving yourself for not going. Because look, you're supposed to be trusting the signs. So if the signs right now are saying go, don't go, because I mean go rather, because I feel like there's a forgiveness thing there. And as long as you can't make this part up, as long as you take care of your body, like I suggested, and I'm sure what I said isn't like groundbreaking or you need a psychic to say that, you'll be fine. So I don't know if that's like, I keep hearing vitamin C in my head. So I don't know if that means you just need to take it with you and like chomp on that every day or whatever it is. But I do feel like, you're going to be safe and it'll be fine for you to be there is what I get. Yeah, because you're going to be focused. Hold on, let me just see what the rest of you say. This one, that one. Yeah, because look, you're going to be focused and listening to freedom. Like this is like your chance to get out and do something different, be outside of bed. Plus, there'll be a great chance for spiritual growth while you're there, is what my gut says this is all
Wow.
about. So if that makes sense to you, for sure, go 100%. But like I said, I would definitely check with your doctor. Because like I said, I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on TV. So, but all right, hang on. We're going to do these really quick. And then your 10 minutes of fun and frolic will be up and we'll move on to the next. I see there's 3 people there and pretty soon someone will tell me who will be next. Okay, I know who's next now. All right, here we go. Let's see. This deck is called Zebu Angelic Symbols. So the woman that made it was meditating and she got these symbols and then she asked what they meant and she created this. And I use it all the time and I use it at the end because it matches what we talked about. So here we go. The first card you got for you is courage. It says, I feel courageous, knowing I have the strength to take the appropriate action. The next one says unconditional love. Okay. This one says, I embody unconditional love as it parallels divine love. Remember I said that thing about forgiveness? I think that's what this is talking about, because that forgiveness piece, when you unconditionally love yourself and you're going to go, that's what this would be saying. And look, it says, I genuinely express the very core of your being. You're being authentic. You should go. Because there's something, I get that there is some message there you're going to get and you're going to bring it back home with you. And I feel like there's 3 of them. So I don't know if that's 3 places you're going to or 3 events, but there's something with the number 3. And the other thing it says, you're going to breathe deeply to enjoy the benefits of simplifying your life. Maybe that's kind of like getting out of your routine a little bit so that you can just do something different. And I feel like if the people around you, they love you, care about you, I would say go for it. That makes sense?
Interesting. Yeah, that's so interesting. I just came up with the Zoom thing just as I was thinking I really need to talk to somebody about this trip. And then the Zoom thing came up with you and I thought,
nothing ever happens by accident. I've been doing this for 15 years and I would tell you it's all miracles all the time. So it's no accident that you're here. It's probably no accident that you're even first too. But listen to the rest of the stories because usually, or actually all the time, there is a common theme. So you kind of started it. We'll see what the next person is going to be. Christine's going to be next. We'll see what she says. And by the end, you'll realize there's like a common theme almost with everybody in situations like this.
Okay, my dear. And I'm allowed to listen to them, or is it
Yes, you can listen.
stuff?
Yeah, you can just mute and turn off your camera and you're welcome to listen and stay as long as you want.
Okay.
They'll kick you off when it ends in about 45 minutes from now. All right, we're all good with that one. Okay, Christine, you're up. Yeah, I know. Shush. Christine, you're up. Go ahead and turn on your camera. Unmute. There you are. Hi, how are you? Oh, I think I've talked to you before. Have I talked to you before?
Yes, you sure have.
Well, welcome back. You're a longtime listener. No, you're not even the longtime listener, first time caller.
I'm just a fan.
All right. I know I've talked to you before because I recognized your glasses. All right. How can I help you? What would you like to know tonight?
Yeah. So since we last met, I have been told that I am on a list to get a RIF from my company, meaning, losing my job. And
I heard, you know what? I heard yes on that. But I feel like the RIF list, hold on, I'm hearing the RIF list is incompetent and that they're just going down the list like riffing people and they just don't. they're kicking, what is the thing where you cut them off at the knees or whatever? That's what this feels like to me. That's what I'm hearing. Because I remember last time you asked me about it, I'm like,
So
no, they're not
apparently
going to
the
get rid of you. They
gentleman-
need you and the, what is like 4 people around you. It's weird that I even remember that because normally I don't. But now I got, yeah, you're on the list. This is going to be, you know what? This has got to be a blessing in disguise because something must have shifted with them for them to suddenly do that. And in my head, when I ask, well, why are they ripping her? I'm like, I'm just hearing stupid and incompetent. So
They are, or I am?
no, they are, not you.
Okay.
No, not you.
So with that said, the gentleman who told me about this, because I'm his quote unquote friend, he was like, start looking in the company, and to start looking. So I don't know if it's happening around April. Should I put my effort looking inside where I currently am, or?
I got no on that.
Okay.
I don't feel like you're supposed to look inside because I feel like if what they're telling me is if you start looking inside and if we're wrong, that you're not really getting ripped and this guy is just doing whatever, because I'm not so sure he's a friend of yours is what I got. So you'll just have to use your feminine intuition on that one. But I feel like if you start looking within, it would set it up so it'd be easier for them to do that. Or there's something about, I just feel like no.
Okay.
I feel like you're supposed to ride it. Are they really going to get rid of her? See, I heard they are, but I feel like you got to ride it to the end. And I also feel like even if you look within the, when I ask, should you look within the company, I keep getting no. Hold on. Let me see what my pendulum has to say. All right. Show me yes. Stop. Show me no. Okay. So for Christine's highest, best, and good, should she look within the company or just, no? Is she going to get let go though? Yeah. It's saying yes, but it's not a very strong yes. I got a very strong no, though, about looking within the company. I mean, is there anything else in the company you'd like to do? I feel like the answer is probably not.
I know, because I think I'm done, and it's just a personal feeling like I'm done. But my fear, what I'm scared of is, I leave and then how long am I out of work, right? And then where to look if it's outside the company. So I'm kind of throwing on.
So I heard that you're out of how long? I'm hearing it's 6 weeks. That's not very long. And
that's good break I need.
Yeah, that how big is the severance? When I ask if there's a severance package, I also got the number 6 on that. So maybe there's 6 months of severance. So you're not really, you know what I mean? You're not as hurting. It's not as bad as you might think. And I feel like in some ways, this is probably a blessing in disguise. Remember, we're in Mercury retrograde right now, and you're not supposed to I was going to look up the list before this started, like all the things you're not supposed to do. But I know one of them is about signing contracts. You're not supposed to. So for them to do it during this time makes them, it just can't work out the way. I just got it's not going to work out the way it's supposed to, but it's going to work out perfect for you.
Yeah, because I am applying other places. So it'd be great to get a severance package, get a nice break where I can just relax and then go. But nothing that I'm seeing is speaking to me. So I in some ways, I would love my spirit guides, angels, all my peeps to help.
So what I heard on that, I feel like there's nothing around right now. I feel like it happens in not the severance piece, but the new job thingamajig. I got you're going to find it in April. And it might be the 2nd or 3rd week of April. So I feel like you're just supposed to sit tight. Now, remember, Mercury retrograde ends the last week of March, so that's perfect. So I feel like you're okay to sit tight, and that because I got that you're in the right place at the right time, and that this is going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to. And I also keep hearing you're going to come out ahead.
I love that. I want to. I'm not scared. It's time. I feel like it'll be such a release for me because I'd been in this state of flux. Obviously, I'm meeting with you every week now. That I do want what's right and for my highest good. And I think the part of not having one is what scares me.
I don't feel like you need to worry because remember in the first set of cards I did for the collective, the bottom one was that chapter ending and the top one was about following the plan. Yeah. So that kind of applied to you there. Let me just draw some cards for you. Let's see. Is it going to be this deck, this one? Which one is it? Now the angel one. This one's pretty warm. Let's see what this one has to say. All right. This one's called Healing with the Angels. Let's see what I get. Oh, I used the, well, hold on. It might be this is the last. Yeah, hold on. It's doing the same cards as the last person in the same order. So that's cheating. So let me just mix them up. Unless I'm supposed to do this then. Hold on. There's another deck I really like. Let's just, you can't be a psychic without 10,000 decks. So this one's, is that one, which one is that? It's actually the tarot deck's now hot. Let's just do tarot because that's always a good one. All right. Here we go. Okay, that sounds good. Now, okay, it's talking to you. Oh, you'll just see it here in a second. There we go. Yep, that one upside down, right? Yes, upside. Yeah, upside down. Perfect. This one. So, wow. Okay, there's nothing left for me to say. Here we go. Ready? All right. So the one in your foundation. Look at you right here. 9 of Pentacles. Okay. So this is you protecting the money, protecting the abundance around you. The black horse doesn't go very fast. That's why he's got his armored suit on and he's protecting the coin. So this is you like watching out for abundance, watching what's going on around you. And I feel, excuse me, it's also about you being cautious in some way. In your head, and this is like the perfect card, it's the 3 of Swords. Is it upside down or right? It's actually upside down. That's even better. This is about heartache around you ending because the idea is that the swords are coming out of the heart. So whatever the decision is, it's like a release in some way. So when you said that when or if this rift thing happens, it's going to be like a relief. Yeah, it's right here because whatever that heartache and that fear is around you, you're going to be over it. And as I go across, wait till I get to this one. So the first one is strength. This is like the mental strength to do whatever it is you need to do. You can do this. So she's got the infinite wisdom right there. She's controlling the animals around her. The 7 of Swords upside down. If this is right side up, it's like imposter syndrome. The idea is that the guy wants to speak up, and he made the decision to do it. But because this crowd right here is coming up after him, he feels like they're going to call him out. So he grabs the swords and he tries to run. But it's upside down for you. That means you are speaking your truth and you're being your authentic self as this happens. Because in the next card, the Page of Pentacles, this is about you putting all your garbage or leftover yuck here in the tree to concentrate on new abundance all around you. And that new abundance gives you a sense of rebirth, starting over fresh. So the Sun card, this little baby, he doesn't have any baggage. That's why he's naked, but he's grounded to the earth and up to the sun. The sun represents kind of like male energy around you, but it could just be like enthusiasm too. But it is kind of male energy. And at the very end, the last card you got, 6 of Wands, that's celebrating, like celebrating a victory. The 5 of Wands right before this is all about arguing and fighting and ugh. And this guy won that argument, so here he is celebrating. So I feel like what this is saying is you got the strength to do this. You're being your true self. You're going to put your yuck behind you. There's new abundance coming that helps you rebirth into a new person. And there's great victory, success, and rewards coming because of that. Did that line up? Did it make sense? Oh, you're muted. I don't know how that happened.
Thank you. I don't know how that happened. Sorry.
It made sense though?
Yes, very much.
Because the last one is about you being the Empress. That's your divine feminine. Like sitting on the comfortable couch, wearing the comfortable clothes. Here's the crown on your head. Those are all the stars in the universe, and using that thing to bless like other people around you in some way.
That's wonderful. Thank you.
So I feel like you're in the right place. So let me do the other deck really quick. This one, the Zebu one, and then we'll.
And if any words are coming through from my mom or dad.
Yeah, let me do this first because your mom said. I'll probably say this every time. Your mom is saying like she's proud of you and you got nothing to worry about.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this. Wow. You will illuminate your life with an unending belief in the goodness and beauty of all experiences. You just have to have faith, act in moderation because there's an evolution coming. Moderation says I live in a healthy place of moderation, which blends the two extremes. And evolution says I celebrate expansion of my soul as I continue to evolve. That totally matches what we just talked about. How crazy is that? It's not even crazy. It's magical. I know. Someone said, got to stop saying crazy. Okay.
No.
So in terms of your parents around you, the only thing I got from your mom, she is just saying that you're going to be fine and that you really have nothing to worry about. And that she's talking about children. Do you have children? How many are there? Like 3 children?
2. No, 2.
2? Okay. Because she said there's something about like, you don't need to worry about the children.
Thank
You have a
you.
dog? Is the dog the third child?
I have 2 dogs.
Oh, all right. So which dog is it? Yeah, they're showing me it's both dogs. All right. Because usually for my gift, if I get the number of kids wrong, it's always a dog. So I was close. I was close on that because I got there with 3, and I don't know why it did both dogs as one, unless both dogs are like really little, but they're probably not. Yeah. So there you go. All right. Anything else I can help you with? What else would you like to know?
No, I think it's great. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Next up is Katherine. And if you want to stay on, Christine, we might have time at the end to go around one more time. Katherine, turn on your camera and microphone, and let's see how I can help you. There.
Unmute and I turn on my
Camera.
Zoom.
Yep. If you can't get your camera on, that's okay too. So where are you zooming in from? Where are you located?
I'm in Santa Cruz, California.
Oh, okay. Beautiful. I lived in
above
the
the
Monterey Bay
building.
area for many years, long time ago. Oh, have I talked to you before? You look like you might be familiar. Have I talked to you before?
No, but I know I look a lot like my mom now.
Oh, okay. No, I don't think I talked to your mom, but okay. All right. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
So I've been like cast into this darkness that I can't cope with. My partner, my person died suddenly in December, and I have this apartment up here with all these things, and I don't know what to do really.
Well, what I'm hearing on you on that is the universe is telling you that now is the time for you to kind of accept what happened and try to move on in a way. I'm going to channel, so I'm going to say the word we. So the way this works, since I have not done it on this yet, my guides call themselves the Jeromes, which happens to be my middle name. There are 9 of them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes and kind of let them speak. Usually I talk fast, but I might talk faster and my voice might change. And when I'm done, I guarantee you, I will not remember whatever it is I'm about to say. So, but let me go ahead and let them speak to you. So hold on a second. It is time for you to accept and understand that it is okay for you to pick up the pieces and move on. We are not saying or trying to belittle you or trying to put down or manipulate or say anything bad about the emotional loss and the drama that you have been through, but it is okay. But what we are saying as it is okay for you to move on. The person, the being that is with us now is finally comfortable. For so many weeks or days rather, they were uncomfortable and they did not know how to express it to you in a way that would not cause great angst or concern. This would be why they kept it to themselves in so many ways, because they knew in some ways that the end was coming, that somehow they were going to see the light and that we were going to come down there and help guide him home. So for you, we want you to know that he is home, that he is safe, and that he has done everything he can to do the exact same for you, to leave you in that place. So it is okay for you now to make some decisions to move forward. We would suggest that perhaps there is time for you to have someone help you do this work. So it is not as emotional and so it will not be as emotional for you, because we can see how you dread the idea of going through all of the things and deciding what to say and deciding what to let go of at this time. Perhaps one of the things you could consider, it's not necessarily time to throw everything away, but maybe it is time to box things up or put them somewhere where you're not looking at them every day in a way. So you can have that sense of space or that sense of healing that you so desperately seek and search. His energy is all around you all the time, as it always has been. But he wants you to know that you are safe, and he is too. He is showing us owls. So if you see or hear owls around you, that is the wisdom. It is his spirit guides speaking with you. The other thing he is showing us is bird feathers. So if you find bird feathers by your door or in weird places, that's just another sign that he is with you. So our best advice for you is to know that you're safe and protected, and it is time for you to take the small steps to try to figure out what it is you want to do next. We are not saying that you have to like turn the boat 90 degrees or whatever, like sharply, but you need to kind of change the direction so that you can move forward and help yourself heal. Did any of that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
Do you have a question about that?
Well, I'm just afraid. I'm always so afraid of you know,
I'm hearing in my head, there's
all
nothing
of
to be
them.
afraid of. You're perfectly safe.
It's like all my friends and family now are either in heaven or, moved away. So the loneliness is killing me too. But
Well, that might be one of the.
I had like a break from
Yeah,
it.
did I say something about having someone help you? That might be what I just heard. I said that,
Yes,
and that might be help you with the
yes, thank
loneliness
you.
piece. And there might also
And when I
be
was,
Santa Cruz County. I used to live up there. Might have resources for people in your position that might be helpful. I mean, I'm not saying you need to call a social worker and a therapist, but maybe there is something there. Do you know what I mean? Someone to talk to, because
yes,
the loneliness is terrible. So you're not the only one that has been in this position in the past. That's why I feel like, just as Bob the human, not necessarily Bob the psychic, that there might be resources there, but you got to reach out and try to find them. Because maybe there's
sure.
even like a social group or something. I don't know.
Yes,
But
I
I know,
recall
like,
there's
when
only,
people pass, I've lost both my parents, so I'm I mean I'm divorced, but so it's not like she's dead, but I can I wouldn't be, arrogant to say, oh, I know what you're going through, because I don't. But I can kind of relate it to, like, when I lost my dog that I had for 20 years, or when my mom passed or my dad passed. So I can
oh, yeah.
kind of feel it like that. And I will tell you, losing my dog that I had for 20 years was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I cannot. So I am with you on that. If it's the worst thing that's ever happened to you, okay, of course, I'm talking about a dog. You're talking about a human. So it's completely different. But maybe some of the words that I said or some of the messages that I got that I don't even remember will help make sense to you in some way, because I know you're going to be okay. I know you're going to be okay. And so now's probably the time. We're also in Mercury retrograde. I keep talking about that. You might want to Google that, because I didn't make the list of all the things you're not supposed to do. And maybe one of the things you are supposed to do is to start doing this work and cleaning this up, so that when Mercury retrograde ends, you're kind of ready for this new beginning, that you're not dragging it forward. So Mercury retrograde, it doesn't end until the end of the month. You got plenty of time. So if that helps you in some way, that would be my
Okay.
advice. Are there any other questions? I'm happy to
And
draw
then,
some cards for you. Would you like me to draw a couple of cards?
yeah, that would help because I
Okay.
like to see if there's like a hangman there. No, I'm kidding.
There's
I don't know. I
no,
just
there's not a
need some
hangman.
reassurance and
Well, there could be,
guidance.
but yeah, hold on a second. Okay, so here's the card. So this deck is called Healing with, is it Healing? I never remember. I think it's called Healing with the Lights. But let me just draw and we'll see what we get. Okay, ready? This will help you, I'm sure. All right. So in your foundation, your feet, this is insight. I feel like this is the thought process you have. That you have the insight, like you have the knowledge. You know what it is you
So,
need to do. You just haven't done it yet. And what's interesting
oh,
about
that's a
that,
beautiful card.
yeah, the one in your head, this ask your soul. That's what's going on here. Like they're saying, ask your divine self what it is. What do you need to do right now to help heal yourself? And look, the first card as I go across is the word healing. So you have the insight. You just need to ask yourself, what do you need to do to heal yourself? And that'll help soul writing. So soul writing, this is about like a new contract of some sort, like with the universe, or how you want to live your life, or what your soul wants and needs. And channeling is what I just did. But I feel like this is the connection you have. So do you see or hear? See, I feel okay. So do you see
Yes,
stuff like colors around people, dots, spirits, like that? Does that make sense to you? Like for your intuition, do you see or
I have in my lifetime.
no? Well, then you would.
Lately, yes, I have.
Okay. So maybe you just hear it, because usually I get that one right. So that's okay. But the hearing is the channeling piece, because that's universe speaking to you. And this divine masculine, it's not telling you to go be a dude, but it is maybe saying to be a little more, I want to say, like active in some ways, and kind of getting yourself out of that feminine loneliness, whatever that's all about, because there are light beings all around you protecting you. I know they're there. And the other thing they're showing in my head, do you see bird feathers around you of some sort, like when you're walking around outside?
I used to have those, Indian, the
Yeah.
webs that,
Because
I
usually
really
the
think
reason
I
I bring
live
that
in.
up is the bird feathers usually symbolize in some way that the angels have been there. I know bird feathers is one of them. They showed me an owl in my head too. They're showing it again. So I don't know if there's an owl around you or if you hear an owl, that could be him. But there is definitely something about that. The other thing they're showing me is hummingbirds. So if any of those things make sense. But the last card from this deck is about manifestation. It says manifesting. So it's time for you to ask the universe to help you. And then take the advice and do it. That's the hard part. Because I remember when my parents, it's nothing like what you're going through, but you do like, okay, you got to like take those steps to kind of pull yourself out of it. So that's why I suggested before, okay, shush, I'm not done with her yet. That's why I suggested before, if, Santa Cruz County or the city of Santa Cruz has some kind of services that could help you, like senior service, there's got to be something there, like someone to
Yeah,
talk to, someone to
it's a
help you,
beautiful
whatever it
community. I
is.
love the people here.
They what?
I love the people in Santa Cruz, and
Yeah.
I just love to be. But
Right.
thank
So
you
now
so
it's about
much.
finding the ones that'll come help you, because I know they will. I used to work in television, and I worked at KSBW Channel 8, the NBC station there. It's in the headquarters is in
Oh,
Salinas. I worked there for 5 years, a long time ago, from 1987 to 1991.
really?
But I would, but we would go to Santa Cruz and hang out on the weekends, me and my reporter buddy friend. And, all of us would do that. So I have an idea of what Santa Cruz is like. Of course, I was like, 50 years ago, however long ago it was. So I know it's not the same. But you still it's beautiful there. It's just, Capitola
Yeah, it's
and
so
going to the beach at
beautiful.
Capitola. I mean, yeah, they had a 35-year reunion at the station. It was 2 years ago, and I went up to Capitola. I went to the Monterey Bay
Oh,
Aquarium. I mean, it's
great.
beautiful there. So I would just say you're living in a beautiful part of the country. Open yourself up to some of the resources there. And then I keep seeing in my head, like, it's time to kind of like pack stuff up and figure it out. You don't have to throw it all out, but maybe it's time to like shift it so you can have like your own space. That's what it feels like to me.
Exactly.
Does that help?
Okay.
I'm
Yes,
happy to
yes.
talk to you anytime. Well,
Thank
hang
you.
on, because there's only a couple people left, and we might go around the room and do questions again. So, all right. So thank you so much. So don't go anywhere yet. I think the next person is Julie. All right, Julie, it is your turn. How can I help you? Hi.
Oh, there we go. How are you?
Good. How are you? Where are you zooming in from?
I'm in the Bay Area,
Okay.
East
All
Bay.
right. How can I help you? What would you like to know?
Well, where should I start? I've had a really tough couple of years, and I keep thinking like, okay, it's going to get better. It's going to get better. And I just feel
Let me
like,
just jump in and help you a little, because it is. So 2025 sucked. And the reason 2025 sucked is that was the end of like a 9-year chapter. And the 2 plus the 2 plus the 5 adds up to 9 sucks. So if that makes sense to you, and just 2025 was blech, that's what that's about. But 2026 right now, except for Mercury retrograde, so before it started, this is a year of brand new beginnings. It adds up to the number 10, the 2 plus 2 plus 6. Plus, we're in the year of is it Fire Horse, Fire Dragon, Fire Horse, which is all about like new beginnings, starting over fresh. So I just feel like this is the time for you to, you just got to pull yourself. I hate to say like pull yourself up by the britches, but there's something to that, because I do feel like a majority of it is already behind you. You're just not sure what to do next. That's the sense I have. It's like, okay, I did all this stuff. Now what do I do? Does that make sense?
yeah, and my numerology also follows, my personal year follows the universal. So it's like double whammy. So last year was a 9, but my birthday's in June. So I don't know if I follow the calendar, but I just had one other thing that really just kind of knocked me on my butt yesterday or for the last week. And so now I'm reevaluating everything. So all relationships have been challenging for the last few years. Job has been really challenging. Geographically, I'm not sure.
Yeah, let's do the relationships first, because that's what I heard. So many of the relationships you're in, what I'm hearing about that is they're just not for you anymore. Like you have, I feel like you have like shifted up and out of them, and that most of the people you're involved with now, they're still like down here, and you're kind of going up there in some ways.
Okay.
Some of them, I'm hearing, are not really your friends anymore. I don't want to say they're like lying, but I get the sense there's just deception around them, or they're using you and like taking advantage of you, like you're giving and not getting anything back. And that in the last, you said it was, I got it's the last 3 months, maybe it's something with the number 3, we'll go with months, that you're starting to realize that, and that's really what's clearing all the stuff around you.
Okay.
I do agree too when you said about like where you're living. Are you ready to move? Hold on. I heard yes on that too. And I feel like if you are going to move, when is it? It might be soon, like April, May, June. That's really soon.
Yeah.
But if that makes sense to you, like, it might be more like May or June. But that's what it feels like you're ready to do that too. Like you're ready to get out of some of the energy that you're in some ways. Because I just feel like in many ways you've just outgrown it, that whatever the lessons were, and I feel like there were a lot of them, you already alluded to that. Now you're like ready to like move on from there and do something completely different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So maybe you just need someone who doesn't know you to say, all right, here's your little nudge, go for it. So, and then the direction you're moving. All right. So I'm not sure exactly. You just said Bay Area. When I asked like, what direction are you supposed to move? All right. They're showing me 2 arrows. So here's like the area where you are. One of them is going south and west. I hope that's not into the water. And if it's not south and west, it might be like a little south and east, but the one to the west arrow looks brighter. So if that makes any sense to you about a direction to try to move, maybe that'll help you in some way. But I feel like
Okay.
south and west gets you in the water, and I don't think you're going to go live with the fishes. So probably
Yeah,
not.
like really like SoCal or like
No, it's kind of like showing like, no, not even Southern California. It's like it's showing, what is that? It's not Southern California. It's like the Central Coast-ish area is what that looks like. Well, in my head, I'm hearing San Luis Obispo, but that's probably not. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
That makes any sense. What kind of work do you do? What do you do?
I work for a tech company. I negotiate contracts, and in the last 3 years, I also got my master's in clinical counseling, but
Yeah.
it's really tough to make money, so I'm keeping the day job, but it seems like I'm more aligned with the day job now rather than the therapy.
Then the therapy thing, because I totally, when you said that you got the counseling in my head, I heard, yes, she is a healer.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, but I get that all the time, and I was talking to a friend today, and I just said, everything you look at in my chart psychically, everything says this, and you're so deep in this, and I'm just ready to give up.
Well, don't give up. I mean, you got it, because we're in Mercury retrograde, so things suck right now. But by
Okay.
the end of this month, I feel like it'll be better. But I do feel like you're going to end up leaving the tech gig. If it's not this year, it's by the beginning of next year. I feel like you're going to be a counselor, because what I'm seeing in my head, or what they're telling me, is that at the end of this year, you'll be done. You'll be ready to
Okay.
do something different.
Yeah. Okay.
So if that helps,
Well,
so
that
maybe moving will get you like into that right direction. Is it Southern California though? No, they're saying it's not that.
Okay.
So I don't know if that'll help you. Are there any other areas you want to talk about? I still have plenty of time with you, and then we're going to
Well,
go around the room again because it's only 7:45. I got 15 minutes.
yeah, I mean, I was thinking, I had some issues at my apartment, so I got out of my lease and I have to find another place. And then I'm like, well, I've been trying to leave California for a while, so maybe I just take this opportunity, put my stuff in storage and go stay somewhere for a little bit and just say, and I
I'm
do
hearing
have a
yes on
reason.
that. I don't know if you've ever been to Arizona. Have you been to Arizona? Have you been to
Oh yeah,
Sedona?
that's
So
all
people
yeah.
come to Arizona, people like in your spot, and they come and like dry out their emotions and kind of figure out what's next. So whenever someone says, "Oh, I'm just going to pack up and go somewhere," I say, "Well, come check out Arizona." I mean,
Yeah.
right now, today it was 90. I don't know what happened to winter or spring, but it's
Oh,
supposed to cool back down. So as long as you're ready for that.
okay.
But I love it here. I've lived here for 35 years. Wow, it's a long time. And I love it. I grew up in Southern California. I lived in this, like if you were listening, I lived in the Salinas area when I worked in television. So
Yeah.
I've lived up there before, but there's just something magical about being here. And even if you just go to Sedona for a couple of weeks, if you do that, send me an email, bob@bobthepsychic.com. I know some amazing healers there, and I'm more
Okay.
than happy to give you their names.
Okay.
One of them does like it's like a massage thing but banging a drum, like
Oh,
sound healing, and the other one is just an amazing energy clearer. I mean, she's 27, but we're all going to get to say we knew her when. She's amazing. So I'm more than happy to share that with you.
okay.
And
Yeah.
there's a great healing community here in Arizona and all that. So that might be something to do. I mean, because I feel like if you're going to do that, I'm hearing it's like for 2 weeks or so. So maybe you could go on vacation or whatever that is and still do your daytime gig if you can work remote in some way.
Yeah, I mean, the news I got the past couple of days, I think I can ask for the reprieve. You know, the job. So I got fired in January of 2025. That was the kickoff to my 9 year, and then just been through an immense amount of stress. And so I did go to Arizona because I have family in Arizona, and then it was just like a crazy, crazy year. And then I was converted to full time. But now I do feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Like I'm not rewarded for what I'm doing. And so I don't know. I just woke up today and that's kind of how it's been. It's just
So,
kind of all
okay.
this
Well,
realization.
I drew a bunch of cards. Let's see if these will help you in some way while
Okay.
you're talking. All right, here we go. So the one at your feet in your foundation is magician. This is manifesting. So he's grounded to the earth and up to the universe. That's infinite wisdom around his head. He rearranges the symbols on the table to create, excuse me, what it is that he wants and needs. In your head, you got the chariot. This is like, okay, the physical strength to move forward, controlling the analytical and the intuitive side. Yes, the map is confusing, but you're ready to move forward. It's kind of like you're ready to manifest and move. What's really interesting is you've got this card here. The World card, it's come out 3 times now in the reading since I've been doing this. This is like the end of one big chapter, the start of something new. So you're kind of like right at the end. What's interesting is a lot of this was a lesson for you. The Queen of Wands to me is about learning lessons. The Wand is about meeting new people, having new opportunities around you. The Sunflower represents like rebirth, like starting over fresh, doing something different. The Black Cat, that's all the shadow work that you've done, like all the things you released, especially in, I'm hearing it's 2027. So, well, no, that can't be right. Hold on, is this 25 or 27? Well, there's something coming up in 27 that you're going to release. Maybe that's the tech job. Because remember, I said, it's going to be the job. Because remember, I said that I thought you were going to be doing something different in there. The reason I think it's your job, this one, Ace of Wands, this is like new passion, new excitement, new fire coming your way. I feel like it is talking about your career in some ways. And if I'm right about that, the one to the right, the Nine of Swords, this is worry or concern or like being worried about how it's going to work. But you're very meticulous about how you want things to be, especially when it comes to money. In the Eight of Pentacles, that character is actually sitting here making the coins, making things happen for himself. And at the very end, you get the Ace of Cups. This is like emotional detox, like clearing your emotions around you. Excuse me. The 5 streams of water, those are like clearing your chakras, the five energy centers of your body to create new excitement around you. Because the Death card isn't dying, it's just all the new beginnings. This just feels to me like the new beginnings are all around you right now. It's between like now and, they're saying in my head, it's between like now and June. So if that makes sense to you, would that be around your birthday? Because you said your birthday was in June. And
Yeah.
I don't know anything about astrology to do charts and stuff, but I know an excellent astrologer if you want the name of someone who is amazing at that. But I do feel like that, back to this, that you're ready for these new beginnings because you're ready to share your abundance in like a fair, equal way, like you're done being taken advantage of. So that does kind of match what I said before about like that I thought you were being taken advantage of in some way. Did that line up? Did that make sense?
Yeah, really makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me do the other ones too. Okay. Whoa. Yes, I was going to say too. Yeah, so send me an email or a note or something. I'll happily, if you come here, give you the names of the people to look up.
Oh, great.
So, okay, so this deck, see, it's perfect. So this deck is called Zebu Angelic Symbols. The woman who made it was meditating. She got the symbols, she made the deck. It always matches what we talked about. Look at this. You're resilient as you hold on to hope and faith, which gives you strength. You are also releasing lower vibrational energies around you, savoring balance in your life, getting rid of the chaos around you, because that's the new awakening that's happening. It says, I open my heart and soul to awaken to the mysteries of life. And finally, this kindness, I feel like it's about being kind to yourself. It says, I bless others and myself as I express kindness freely to those around you, to those around me, rather. I feel like it's about you being kind to yourself in some ways, that you're kind of ready to do something different, and you just have to have faith. Excuse me. It says, I illuminate my life with an unending belief in the goodness and beauty of all experiences. So I feel like I want to tell you, have faith in what's going on around you, that the hard part, the heavy lifting is really over, that you really have, like, started the new thing. Is what it feels like to me.
Okay.
So does that help?
Yeah. What about like this recent information that I got, which it's
Is
more,
it accurate? Because I'm hearing it might not be 100% accurate.
well, I was kind of wondering that too. It was
I feel like
saying-
it was told you more. What I'm hearing, it was told more as like a manipulation than like being accurate, because whoever told you or whatever that's all about, I feel like they want you to, okay, I heard the word move on. Does that make any sense? Is it something to make you like leave where you're at?
Yeah, I mean, it is actually related to health, but I just kept hearing like, don't believe everything you hear. There's a cure for everything.
I agree. Yes. Because I got that because I don't feel like it was 100% accurate is what I heard.
Okay.
So is it hold on, let me just ask, is this a serious health thing? When I asked my guides, is this a serious health thing they're talking about? I heard the answer is no. Does that make
Okay.
any sense?
Yeah, it does. It's more of a, oh gosh, what do you say? It's more something that affects the outside. I mean, I know that there's a lot of work I have to do inside, just there's been a tremendous amount of stress, but like I said, I just kept hearing there's a cure for everything. Don't believe everything that you
Yeah.
hear.
One of the when you talked about the stress thing, what I heard what in my head was that there's just a lot of trauma and stress that you're ready to let go of.
Yeah.
So one of the places I talk about, and I do it every time, there's always someone I say it to. There is a place here in Wickenburg in Phoenix called the Wickenburg, Arizona. It's called the Meadows. It's a very famous rehab place. I'm not telling you to go to rehab, but what I want to tell you about, they have something called, I think it's called the Rio Recovery Center.
Okay.
They have a class there called Survivors. It is a 5-day workshop on healing childhood trauma 0 to 18. And I did it 2 years ago and it completely changed my life. So I talk about it any chance I get. I don't know if that would line up with what you're talking about, but it might help you release some of that stress and stuff, because maybe it's not about childhood. I don't know. But it might be worth looking into seeing some of the programs they have there. They're world class. They are like all that and 1,000 bags of chips in that mental health space. It's called the Meadows.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And so if you the survivors one, the way they do it is you would fly here on like a Sunday. It ends on a Friday. You stay there. The food's good. It's like 5 days of it, and it's really good. That particular class I'm talking about, they do it 50 weeks a year. That's
Oh,
how
wow.
popular it is. So, and then the groups are like broken up into like there's 4 or 5 people that you're in with. So, but it's excellent. I can't say enough great things about it. But there might be something else on that page under emotional health that floats your boat or that you're attracted to. And if you are, maybe that was the reason you came to this tonight, for me to be able to help you and just point that out to you. But it's amazing. It's called the Meadows.
Okay, great. Yeah.
All right. Any other question? And we still have about, according to my little sheet, I have 6 minutes to go. So I'm happy to, if you have another question, if not, I'll open it up to the other 3 people and see if they have something really quick.
The only other thing was the astrologer. If you have that name, that would
I
be
do
great.
have that name. Do me
I
a
can Google
favor.
him.
Send me an email, bob@bobthepsychic.com.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on this or not, so we'll just play it safe.
Okay.
And if
No
and
problem.
if someone who is watching the replay and you want the name of the astrologer I'm going to give, send me an email, bob@bobthepsychic.com. Just tell me, hey, please give me the name of your astrologer, and I will happily do that.
Okay, great.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
are you a Gemini too? Are you a Gemini? I'm a Gemini too.
Yep. Gemini, Scorpio rising, Aries moon.
Oh, I don't know. All I know is I'm Gemini rising and Gemini moon, and I think that just makes me crazy. I'm not.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Double. That's
See,
pretty cool.
every time I tell someone that, they're like, "Oh, wow, double, yeah." No
Yeah.
wonder you got dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, please send me the note.
Okay.
I'll happily answer that tomorrow. All right, Christine, Katherine, Jan, I still have about 5 minutes left. So if any of you have a quick question you want to pop on and ask, I am more than happy to answer it. And if not, I'm going to just draw cards. Anybody? No?
Yeah, I do. It's Christine.
Go ahead. What would you like to know?
Yeah, so what do I do in between now and, my layoff, which we think is going to be April? Do I just go into work, keep my head high and play the game?
Yeah. I feel like you have to be your highest self, your divine highest self. You're the one that got the upside down 7 of Swords, right? The one about,
Yes.
yeah, that's what they're showing me in my head. So go Google that card, 7 of Swords. The website is Biddy Tarot, Biddy Tarot. See what she has to say about that.
Okay.
Because I feel like you're supposed to like be in your strength. Like, hey, you guys might think you're laying me off. I got news for you. I mean, why make it easy for them? Because I feel like they're making a mistake anyways. So
Yeah, that's what I think too. And they're, I don't wish bad on anybody, but it's not going to fare well for them, I don't think.
yeah, no. And I think that it seems to me that's what I said last week too, that yeah, there were people around you, but I thought, well, it's a group of 4, right? You work with your 4 coworkers, but
Yeah.
the 4 of you were protected. That's why I'm like, wait a minute, this doesn't line up with what I said last week, because I remember that. Which is weird. Like I said, I never remember anything. So yeah.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Thank you. All right. I still got 1 or 2 minutes left. Anybody else? If not, I'm going to draw a couple cards and then we'll wrap this thing up. No? All right. So I'm going to draw a couple cards. So there's about 3 minutes left. So I want to thank everyone for being here. If you want to join in next week, we will be back here next week. But let me just draw some cards for the collective to wrap this thing up. This deck is called the Language of, I think it's Language of Light or Essence of Light. Someone mentioned that the cards are beautiful. So let me just draw 3 cards for you here. And the way I do it is I kind of look at the ones that, that don't fit and draw. So the message that this deck wants to give all of us in the last 3 minutes is one inner voice. This is about listening to our intuition and allowing our inner voice to truly guide us. If you need help with that, so the inner voice is going to be the first thing you hear. It's not the second one that says, oh, you can't do that. No. It's the first one. It's that quiet little nudge that you need, because that will help you. Well, I know it says meditation. I view this one as like connecting to your highest self, just listening to what's going on around you and allowing your body and your brain just to like go down I don't want to say a rabbit hole, but go somewhere in some ways, because you'll craft something new for your soul. You give yourself, your soul, a new direction in some ways. So this is really about releasing a lot of those things going on around you and creating something new, because your soul is ready for a new song. It's ready for a new, let me see if I can make it darker so you can see it. Yeah, it's as dark as it's going to be. But you're ready for a new song, a new belief set, the way you talk to yourself. So just for this week, try that. I mean, you have nothing to lose at all, because you're in a place of great give and take. This card, the idea is that as one of the circles goes that way, the other circle goes this way. It's kind of like staying in alignment in some ways. All right, so I'm going to wrap that up as the message for this week. Again, I want to thank all of you for being here. There's about 1 minute and 50 seconds left. So come back and visit me. I'll be back here next Monday it is 7 o'clock Arizona time. I have no idea what it's going to be with you. And also, Arizona does not change time when the rest of the nation does. So I am not sure if it's going to change time for you or not. I'm going to talk to the organizers. And since most of you are in the Bay Area, California, we'll try to keep it at the same time, because if we keep it at the same time in Arizona, it won't be the same time where you are. So I think we'll do that. Other than that, if you want to find me, if you got something valuable for this, if you'd like me to give you your own special private reading, my website is bobthepsychic.com. I'm a tarot and an angel card reader, a channel, a medium, just what I did tonight for these people. I hear stuff. I tell them what I'm hearing, try to help guide you in for clarity in all areas of your life. My website is bobthepsychic.com. If you visit it, you'll be able to see all of the different things that I offer. There's it also has my events on there. I do private events, parties, bachelorette parties, whatever it is, holiday parties. I also do 2 monthly events, one of them with an energy healer, the one I was speaking of. I also do an in-person event every month where we release and we let go of all the junk around us. It's a great ceremony. It's an abundance ceremony with a woman who's like a white witch, for lack of a better explanation. But it's really great, and I'm really happy to be of service and helpful for you. I see there's about 30 seconds left for me, so I'm going to sign off now. Again, my name is Bob. bobthepsychic.com is my website. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate you spending part of your Monday night with me. And if you have a question, feel free to email me. My website, it's bob@bobthepsychic.com. All right, until next week, everybody, I'm Bob Stahl, Bob the Psychic. I look forward to talking to you.